What am I going to do with this stream, ladies and gentlemen? What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka Multimedia Jay, and yes, Overclocked Remix even has some songs from Mario 64 on there. We're just going to rattle them off right now. The Overclocked remixes for tonight are going to be, you just heard Argol Super Mario 64 Roads to Everywhere OC Remix. Chimpazilla Super Mario 64 Ripples of Hope is either the Be Right Back song or the end song from OC Remix. And then I just picked one up, Maniac Mansion. Actually, I'm probably going to have to remove the whole playlist and re-import everything. Let's do that and get the name of that song. Plus, update the playlist because it's been a while since I've actually streamed. I think I didn't even have the mechanical keyboard last go-around. Well, let's sort this out. As the category might suggest, we are getting into Super Mario 64 tonight. It seems to be okay. So there's another. I think it's the song in the middle for the Be Right Back screen. Dan Studnicki, Maniac Mansion, Flashbulb Junk OC Remix. All of those on ocremix.org. Makes for a nice soundtrack for games and stuff like that. So I don't know when. Well, first off, let's talk about everything that's going on, not gaming related to this channel and the YouTube channel. I'm not doing any recap. I'm trying to figure out what I should do about the whole recap situation, because recap is something that has just exploded on my Twitter. My Twitter isn't really doing its job right now as a combined feed for the stuff that I'm doing, because I keep sharing so much stuff for recap, and I keep going so long between streaming that the recap is just getting way too big. It's almost to the point where I'm going to turn into a talk radio looking guy with all the recap stuff. I'm thinking of starting a Discord, because everything that I have on Twitter is just ballooned the hell out of the Twitter. I need to have something with categories. So if I have like an ESO screenshot or an ESO portrait, like retouched in Picasa and stuff, there's a category to place that into on Discord. And plus, we can link together the YouTube and Twitch channels a little bit better, talk about the computers on there and things like that. Shoot, man. About a year ago, I was a total idiot when it comes to Discord. I thought it was just like Ventrilo. Okay, Bearmar. Yeah, okay. Okay, dude. So no recap tonight because it's very late even for me, Mr. Night Owl here. We're gonna fire up some Mario 64 because not enough people on Twitch aren't doing that already. There's a speedrunning scene that has absolutely built up around this game, but I'm not gonna be joining it because it's a generational thing. You see guys like SFan and Miskiff and whatnot, they're running... Number one, I don't want to ever run this game through an emulator because of Nintendo's reputation for... Well, let's just say that my guess is that when Nintendo releases a Mario 64 HD remake for the Switch, they're probably going to go on a DMCA-ing spree. And they've already done this once. When Super Mario Maker launched, suddenly ROM hack videos and stuff all over YouTube was basically getting strikes and stuff, and people were losing channels because of that. So we're actually, although Project 64 does make the game look really well on today's technology, I am trying to see how close I can come with the Wii U Virtual Console version, which automatically means I can't really be in the speedrunning scene because certain glitches, like BLJs, the backward long jump glitch that flies you up the stairs in certain parts of the game, you can't. I think those were fixed in later versions of the game. All right, let's see how much of this works. We had to add some new sources and everything here. We got game capture sound, the Elgato box. I don't know if the Elgato box actually has its own. That's weird because it's in here as a sound source. What? Let's just see what happens. All right, ready? This is a brand new setup that I've never played with before. Let's see how much of it breaks. Oops. No, not the Wii U menu. And I clicked the wrong thing already.
Epic fail.
Alright. Well, let's try this again. Oh, man. Yes, I'm an older millennial. And that's one of the key differences with how I view this game. I was a teenager when this game came out. Some of these guys are like 28 or something, the younger millennials and whatnot that are big streamers in Austin and whatnot. Returning the game, yes, let's do that, please. This is, I was thinking about it, you know, so much in gaming happened in 10 years, from the 80s to the 90s. How loud is this? Mute. the Elgato box is actually showing up as its own sound source. So let me go to Twitch and let me make sure that there's sound coming through without making. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I have a separate source going into the TV for this because I have the option of. Well, we'll get to that. Stream Manager. Is there sound? Is there sound? Yes! Cool! So other than that screwball thing earlier, we're up and running here. Ooh, Twitch gift cards. Woohoo! Alright. We'll read the little update doohickey from Twitch. This is a new setup for me, so I gotta see. Plus, how are we doing with sound levels? The Elgato box, we can take a few decibels off. Give it like minus 2 dB. There we go. I want to keep the game audio a little bit behind me, even though the Elgato box can do audio ducking automatically. We'll play with the fancy stuff later. For now, though, just having this going in OBS is good enough. Check 1 2. Did that just kill my? No, actually, we don't even need the Yeti Nano audio for this. I don't think. Let's check it once again. Check 1 2. Start echoing, please. Okay, we've got. All right, it's enough of that.
Press start to play.
Press start to play. All right, OBS on screen, please, so I can see notifications and chat and other stuff like that. So I have the Elgato program running on the computer on screen too, but I'm going to change the source. This Elgato box actually lets you. Wow. It actually lets you, it doubles as an HDMI splitter, so I can set it directly to the television, and the only way I'm gonna get some, the only way I'm gonna get some latency, the heat's messing with me, man, is maybe on the audio side of things, but. Alright. So I kicked the tires on this, but I never really got very far. So, but on the N64, I absolutely full cleared this game, all 120 stars. So, I haven't played this game on a regular basis since the Nintendo 64 days as a teenager. And, so, I am probably going to be rusty as all heck, and that's where all the laughter is going to come from. I'm seeing the old man still got it. And I'm using a Wii U controller, too, which is leaps and bounds ahead of that spaceship relic from the original Nintendo 64. No save data exists. So the fun part is I'm going to be able to play this in stereo for the first time, because my television that I had growing up was mono. Alright. I did get a little bit of practice in, so I'm not starting from scratch here.
Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you.
Tripping my Google speakers here.
Peach.
So, also, some other technical notes on this whole thing. Because this is nowhere near a 60 FPS game, I'm broadcasting this in 1080p 30, unlike all those other streamers that are wasting people's bandwidth broadcasting Mario 64 at 1080p 60. This is playing on the Wii U, but I punched up the brightness and the contrast to make up for the color deficiencies and whatnot in the Wii U's Virtual Console. It's nice and bright when I have the television going in game mode, but not so much going out to the internet. So I see it's all nice and cheery and colorful on there. So it may look like I'm playing with Project 64 in an emulator, but there is no emulator. This is me running my old Wii U into the ground. Because I don't have a Switch. I also set up some custom controls to be similar to the to the Super Nintendo. So, and this is very much going to be a nostalgia trip for me because I don't know. Maybe it's the case with these guys that are playing this game that this was a kid's game for younger millennials. The folks that are in their late 20s and whatnot, this is a game, this is to them what Mario 2 was to me. It might have been a game they played when they were like 5 or 6 or something like that. And it's really hard to, it's a part of getting old. You start having trouble trying to empathize with young folks. That there could be people out there where this kind of game was their first experience of video games, and for me it was Atari. Not because I'm contemporary to the Atari. The 2600 was before my time, but people were still playing the 2600 around the time Nintendo came out. If you didn't have the money for a Nintendo, you played an Atari. So, When this came out, though, when I originally got my Nintendo 64 as a kid, as a teen, actually, Christmas 1997. When I originally got my Nintendo 64 as a kid, or teen, that'd be hard to get that right there. I actually started out with Cruisin' USA because I played the coin-op version, and Mario Kart 64 because I got my dad hooked on Mario Kart on the SNES, so Super Mario Kart, and I was like, hey, there's a 3D version. And so technically, the copy of Mario Kart 64 that I have was for my dad. That, he kind of stopped playing, and I kind of wound up the game anyways. All right. And I know it may not look like much, even though this game is a classic with the 30 FPS maybe and very basic mid-90s graphics. But when this game first came out, just being able to wander around in an outdoor area like this was really something special. Actually, another thing worth noting is so many Mario games had timers that you always felt like you were trying to not run out of time. So being able to do the Mario game version of stopping and smelling the roses, like running around like this is actually something cool back in the day. So it's really cool that this game was, this game was, for many of us, myself included, because I didn't have a PlayStation, this was our first experience at 3D. So to come into Mario's world and rescue the princess and see the little quirks and the limitations of the hardware and try not to give a darn about it, that was something special indeed. So, alright, let's continue with the story here. And of course, because the whole controllable camera in games was new at the time, they had to do this thing where Lakitu and the rest of them were actually filming it as they went along here. So, I don't know what I want to do with the VOD from this, though. I'm going to see what happens on the copyright side of things on YouTube. Nintendo is a little archaic when it comes to YouTube videos, and as it stands... And, welcome, no one's home. Now scram and don't come back. Anyways, Nintendo is a little archaic when it comes to their policies on YouTube, so I'm wondering if I could even upload this without running into Content ID trouble with them. They kind of seem to not be able to get with it, with why folks like myself would be tenacious about copyright stuff on there. Oh man, playing this without scan lines, I'll tell you, man. Last time I played this on a regular basis, it was on a little 13-inch tube TV. It was on a little 13-inch tube TV, and see where Mario's face is? That was the edge of my screen because the horizontal setting on the tube was wrong the whole time. It was a little 13-inch Daewoo TV. So, just coming into a 3D area like this back then was something special. Oh, yeah. Triple jump, woo! What did this one say? Let's see here. Stop, stand still, and hit exit course. Yep, and this game set so many standards for so many 3D Mario games that would come after it. Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, probably even the newer ones like Mario Odyssey and whatnot. Alright, let's do this. The Big Bob-omb Star! Wow, you're in the painting! And of course, this is basically the end of what passed for a tutorial back then. What did these guys say when you had... be blasted by a water bomb? Those enemy bombs love to fight. So now there's going to battlefield since the Big Bob-omb gets hands on the power star. Yeah, so the whole thing with stars and how everything translates from 2D to 3D was such a huge thing here. Come on, this guy did say something, didn't he? Yeah. I'm reaching the wrong spot to hit the cameras. The camera controls, because it's the Wii U and not the N64 controller. Oh, man. Yeah, whatever, boomer. Yeah! It's great, though, to have a controller that actually feels like a proper controller this time, though. I'll tell you. The problem with the N64 controller is that you usually only used half of it at a time. You were like this, or maybe once in a blue moon you were like this. Almost never like this with the D-pad, though. So, no, you'd be like doing this most of the time. So, the only thing going for me at the time was teenager, wasn't fat yet, so... Ah, come on, man. Alright. I could theoretically just blast through some of these stars like the Chain Chomp star and stuff. But I'm actually just gonna get used to the controller here. Yeah, look at that. I'd be much better with the N64 controller. So, I'm in the middle of upgrading my setup so that everything can go HDMI, including the pre-HDMI consoles. I already have a box for the PlayStation 2. There's one on the way for the N64 and the Super Nintendo from Hyperkin. I might actually test that out, going into the Elgato box that's capturing all of this. I might actually test that out on the, let's see here. I used to run off this glyph all the time back in the day. I might test that out with Mario 64 on the original hardware, because my 120-star Mario 64 cartridge was blanked out when I was at college because my folks hooked my consoles backed up and let my much younger cousins play video games whenever my stepmother watched them. So she was their grandmother, and, you know, oh man, 120-star Mario game wiped out. Ugh. It's like my version of when Dad had his baseball card collection sold by my grandparents. I'm the Big Babam, Lord of all blasting matter. See, this scared me when I first came up to this in the original game. It's like, I'm barely used to the controls. I'm barely used to the thumbstick. Nintendo 64 introduced thumbsticks to the world. PlayStation added it to their controllers afterwards, folks. So, I was getting used to a thumbstick for the first time when I played this boss battle. And at first time I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make this real easy. I'm just gonna throw him off the edge. Which resets the fight, of course. Oh man. You must fight with honor. It's against the royal rules. Throw the king out of the ring. Alright, let's stop sandbagging here. How's our volumes? Good. Alright, let's stop sandbagging. Speaking of sandbagging, I have an XLR solution for my Behringer microphone, so I got a toy with that too. It's like Christmas around here. It's like Christmas around here, but the crappier part of Christmas, when all the presents are open and you gotta throw out all the darn boxes. Yeah. The stimulus money is supposed to stimulate the economy, and I've been sure to do that. Oh man, look at how Mario's face changes when you're this far zoomed out. I think I saw this too with some of the emulators people are using. So, it's one of those things that you kind of don't know. Uh-oh. It's one of those things... It's one of those things that you kind of don't notice when, back in the day, when you're playing on a little 13-inch tube with scan lines. I mean... Alright. I'm also curious if the latency might be different too. I might have different reflex response and stuff like that because everything's different with today's technology. But let's see here. You're gonna have to get better if you wanna pin Bowser. Power Star! Yay, we finally got one. So, all right.
Here we go!
Gloves are off, baby. We got a star. You recovered a Power Star. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can... I'm gonna see if I can play this the way I would with an N64. Oh, yeah. The foot race with Koopa the Quick. This would be a good time to try out my skills here. I used to always keep it on Mario mode with the camera zoomed all the way out, so less chance of a wackerdoodle issue with the camera here. Let's try that out with the Koopa race. This controller is gonna screw me up, though. I can... Using a stick for the C buttons takes some getting used to. Alright. We're gonna do this, I've seen the speedrunning technique. Come on! Hey, come on, old man! I've seen the speedrunning techniques. I'm gonna keep things relatively... Oops. I'm gonna keep things relatively tame while I'm getting used to this darn game again. Especially with the different controller. It'd be a different story altogether if I was routing my N64 through the Elgato box. Really hot in here too. We had a preview of summer today. 80 degrees, tropical humidity, and it only lasts for a day though, so I didn't bother with the air conditioner. Camera issues! See, this is the part where I would spin the camera with the discrete buttons for the camera. Doing this with a stick is a little bit, oh man. I should get an Admiral controller, one of Hyperkin's Admirals, and hook it up, well, I need an N64 to Wiimote converter to get it to work with this. That would be double latency. I'd have to find something wired. I have used some Hyperkin controllers, though. I've actually had some fun with them. But I still have my N64 controllers, so maybe I should just get an adapter, N64 to Wiimote. Play this with the real controller. I'd probably do better, too. No matter how old you get, muscle memory is still a thing. If you spent years playing a game with the same controller again, over and over again, it sticks with you. As I found out playing Mario 2 with the Hyperkin NES controller on here earlier. Alright. Let's do what's next? The 8 red coins? I want to get 3 stars and unlock the Jolly Roger Bay. One of my favorite levels. My favorite level in the whole game. And it's going to annoy the heck out of guys like Mizkif, but I'm not a speedrunner. Alright. Oh no, it's shoot to the island in the sky. This gives us cannons for the first time. Alright, bon voyage. It's also a good test as well. This is also a good test as well for what we're going to do next. So now we get to the, yep, cool. So shoot to the island in the sky. That's an easy one to get to here. If you know what you're doing, you're not, oops, forgetting where things are. Sweet. Oh, that would have been worth an epic fail slide if I slid off the other edge of the island. Oh, man.
Here we go!
That's the paradox of Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, right now. RTX, ray tracing, all these wonderful things out there, and people are playing Mario 64 on Twitch. Alright, let's unlock my favorite level in the game for reasons that brand me as an older millennial who saw this as a advancement in gaming technology, not as my first gaming technology. This is the reason why I wanted this game. And it actually is a distant ancestor of the way I sometimes play ESO nowadays, or any other game where any other game where I'll fool around in the levels, just pretend I'm there or something like that. Hey, what did Toad say back then? Oh yeah, idiot rookie tips there. There's also the Sequid Aquarium. You come in here and, oh look, fish. Yeah, I wish that, they had first-person look-arounds and stuff like that. That was a lesson that Nintendo learned for their next go-around. Oh, look at all the pretty fish. See, the fun part is, the graphics in this, there was a crude anti-aliasing system in the Nintendo 64 that the PlayStation didn't have. So, this game would, these games would often look a little bit more like real life than PlayStation. PlayStation would have pixels around the edges of everything. Even today, I mean, I've got Croc Legend of the Gobos. I can fire that up in my PS3 with the smoothing filter turned off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Back in the mid-90s, this was actually something really... yeah, that was something new. Alright. The Jolly Roger Bay. A super relaxing water level. Water level is usually annoying, but I love the relaxing nature of this, especially with how the music changed when you jumped in the water. When I first came here, I was like, hey, this looks cool. Is this some kind of pirate level? Like in... no, well, not like in Banjo-Kazooie, but... no, I just jumped in and went swimming, and I was realizing, hey, I'm swimming in a 3D level. With mist and fog everywhere, and I didn't know how to swim at the time, so I was just holding down the button and swimming super slow like this. Or you just do this. But, I tell you, man, the Jolly Roger Bay was my swimming pool. There's not a lot of enemies. There's the eel and there's the clams and stuff, so it's a very relaxing level. I tell you, man, before ASMR was ASMR, there was the Jolly Roger Bay. And actually, I couldn't even figure out the first star when I came through here the first time. I actually went through and got the treasure chest star in the ocean cave because I tried, crashing into this eel and lost half my health. So, but no, we're just gonna go back up to the surface. Let's just relax because the fog goes away. So, this game was a rental before I finally got it for Christmas one winter, and I started out with Mario Kart 64, and I wanted this game, but unfortunately, only get games on your birthday and Christmas, so I had to drive around in one of the Mario circuits and sit outside the castle in that game and longingly hope for the day I could get this game as something other than a rental. So, I don't remember the reason why my folks never got me Mario 64 as the pack-in with my N64. It was my go-to rental game for the longest time, though. Yep, this is what I do. Jolly Roger Bay was my swimming pool, baby. Just come in here, listen to the relaxing music, and just swim. It might be boring to some people, but when you spent years of your life playing 2D games with timers, to just be able to mess around, especially when you like going over friends' houses when they had pool parties and swimming in their swimming pools and stuff, to have something like this in a game that you can just fire up any time, heck, that's pretty awesome. Now let's go get the star. Oh man, there's so much highlight potential already. I just gotta see what the copyright situation is like over on YouTube. Alright, so now it's almost like a glitch. You go there and one up. Hey, where'd it go? I think that's what originally got me to get the wrong star first when I first played this game. Okay, we lost it. Not that it's gonna matter much anyways. That's probably what screwed me up, is I went chasing after the 1-up instead of going back to the ship. Let's see. Is the eel still there? Yeah, we gotta go back up to the surface for him to swim out. Yeah, see, and it's even the little touches, too, like the fish making noise when they swim away from you. Love it, man. Still do to this day, even though the graphics obviously are dated. And hey, look, the eel is gone. Let's get in there and let's get the star. I think the other issue was, this has an electric piano for the music, and the lady that played all the praise songs at my church at the time was radically obsessed with electronic pianos. So she would actually constantly have the clavinova in the sanctuary set to electric piano. So when I heard that sound again in a Mario game, I was like, hey, cool, it's the piano from church. Alrighty. Alright, so how did this go? I think it was it this one that was first? Nope. I think it was the one in the back, because you finish it up facing away from everything. Yep, there we go. And then you have to go running up the stairs, which I'm gonna do, even though I know I'm more than good enough to, even though I'm more than good enough to swim up there by the time the water comes down. There you go. Such a classic. The fun part with this Elgato box is just set up profiles for all the games. And in this case, it's a 4:3 game that's being pillar boxed in widescreen. Alright, let's do this the hard way, just to see if the old man still got it. This is the part where I normally swim really fast and make it up to the top of that platform by the time the water finished draining and barely had anything to do, but let's do the platforming, just for old time's sake. Ah, yeah, here we go. Go to Skycam as usual, and I, of course, would slide back down because the whole idea of sliding was something new to me at the time. So actually what I did was I played this like an actual platformer with the barnacles like this. It would just be annoying because I keep sliding back down like that, so... I was... whoa. I was very tenacious with this, specifically because of that. So I'd actually play this like it was like Mario 2 on the NES or something. So plant the jumps very carefully so you didn't slide down half the darn thing. Alright, we're gonna do this. Just been years since I had to do this puzzle. Yeah, that's what I did right there. And then just do that. burning up in here. Probably going to clear 80 degrees because of how hot it got during the day.
Here we go!
Humidity, everything breaks Saturday, though. So, today, technically today. Let's just max this thing out, get the coin star and everything. Can the eel come out to play? And then the fun part is, of course, we drained all the water out of the... We can't max it out yet until we get the metal cap. But, yep, and then we just come in here and we listen to the creaking of the ship. And observe that the water kind of spins around in a circle as a kind of a texture and whatnot. Can I get to... I don't hear him. I don't think the Babam dude's out yet. Yeah. We don't have the cannon yet. But there you go, you know? Look at all how nice it is. Oh, wait, there he is. Texture popping. Let's speed things up a bit with the cannon. And of course, if you just stand around, you can hear the fish constantly swim up to you and then swim away as though you're in the water. It'll happen in the cannon, too. We'll just stay here for a second. We'll hear the fish start swimming away very shortly. Actually, there were times I would just come in here and goof around in the cannon. I found a setting once where you could actually... Was it this? Yeah. There was one of these levels, I gotta figure out what it was, where I could actually set it up so that I would hit the invisible wall and then fall back into the cannon. I don't know if it was this or if it was Wet Dry World. Was it here? I think it was Wet Dry World. There was one level in here where you could get the cannon just right, and you would fire the cannon, go way up in the air, hit the invisible wall, and land in the cannon again. I don't think I ever got it working here. Ah, there we go. And so, when you only had one game, was it here? Yeah. Aim for the little cloud in the sky. Listen to that ship off to the side. Yeah, so you could almost spoil the treasure chest thing, because you can see, when you're up in the air like that, before you come back down, you can see that. Alright. This is Can the Eel Come Out to Play. Let's go, let's blast over there and go take care of that. Favorite stage in the whole game, baby. Alright. Let's head over there and let's see. Oops. Alright. This is the part where we try not to hit the eel. Roar. Come on, buddy, get out of your little thing there. I'm not so sure about playing this game without real C buttons. That's the issue. Now, this guy actually... this is where the regular... There we go!
Here we go!
Way easier than when I did it the first time, despite the controller handicap. Oh man, this is awesome. Let's do another one! My favorite level in the game. The only one we can't get is the one down at the bottom. Treasure of the Ocean Cave. This is the one I accidentally got first. And then I came back with the clouds still there. Ah, come on, man. And then I came back with the clouds still there. I wonder if I can add nostalgia as a... Whoops. Come on. There we go. Hold on a second. Can I add nostalgia as a tag? Search tags. Nuts. The fun part about all this is that Twitch is self-aware. The fun part about all of this is that Twitch is self-aware, so they actually... see here. The fun part about all of this is that Twitch is self-aware. And... oops. So if you go to type in tags for Mario 64, speedrun is one of the suggested tags. So the speedrunning community has left its mark on the Twitch algorithm, I can definitely say that. But But see, the problem I have with speedrunning is it kind of cheeses the game. It's a form of metagaming to me. And for someone like myself who's had the kind of attachment to this kind of game where going to these places in-game felt like, going to a place that I liked, as I spent so much time playing video games when I was growing up, I don't know if I could really be the kind of person that could blast through the game in a very meta kind of fashion like that. So, I mean, I still like going to this cave and dodging these falling things by just running at max speed and never ever getting hit because of the timing on it all. Nope, wrong one. I think it was this one. Yep. I think it's Yep, these are all S shapes and stuff. So I probably could get good enough at this game to speedrun it. Thing is, though, I have too much of an attachment to this game and the places in it. I mean, just what it was.
Here we go!
I can't really cheapen this game all that much. Not to the extent that I could speedrun it. Yeah, let's do another one. Should we get the coin star while we're at it? Red coins on the ship afloat. Well, actually, let's skip to one that I already know about. Nice solid Wii U controller too, though. This game, it has to be on the Switch. And if Nintendo makes an HD remake of this, oops, too much. Alright, we'll get the red coins then. See if I can find where they all are again. 1. This is where I got stuck, because I kind of lost track of where they all were. 2. 3. Don't fall off. So I didn't have it on Skycam. That's the thing. The Mario Cam was never really my thing. I always had to use the Skycam. And see, here's the thing with the pop-in on this as well. You go around and you can see where the red coins are, then the clams that have them open up later. Come on, open up, you piece of junk. Oh yeah. What? Come on! Oh, you tease. Oh man, it's been years since that happened. The Jolly Roger Bay is my swimming pool, baby. Now, wasn't there one up in the air? Or am I mixing up with... No, the rest were in the mussels. Yeah, there's 5 of them. Come on, open up, you piece of crap. 6. Go back to the shallow part of the swimming pool. There's another one. Let's check both of these. Never ever made much use of that turtle shell. 7. And the last one was down here, right? Yep. Down in the clam. So one of those was the one I couldn't find last time I tried this. Come on, clam, open up. And it's up on the ship. So back to the cannon we go then. Ah! Whoops! Don't get killed by the eel. Haven't had that happen in years. That would be an embarrassment. Let's go make the fish swim around. And the thing is, just the serenity of these water levels. It was basically the forerunner to games like Endless Ocean and other games that are designed for you to basically relax to. Actually, the Wii U can take Wii discs. I mostly use my regular Wii as a GameCube player these days, but see, I've got adapters for everything to bring it all up to HDMI. Working on the last bunch of them right now. Once that's all set, I'm tempted to get rid of my console cables for the old-fashioned connections. Kind of way of decluttering around here. All right, off to the ship. Don't want to be one of those goofballs that gets the wrong star. So, for anybody in the audience, how many other people thought that this Jolly Roger box was something you could jump on and ride back in the day? I actually died several times trying to use this thing as a platform because I'm like, it's a box. You have to be able to walk on top of it. But no, in the absence of enemies, it sadly is a... See, in the absence of enemies, it sadly is something that can hurt you on the ship. There we go.
Here we go!
Oh, yeah. I'm actually... What's left of this? Blast to the Stone Pillar. This is the last one we can get, unless we go for the Coin Star. You want to go for that? I love this level, though. It's... The Jolly Roger Bay is my swimming pool. Oh, man. 'Cause I never got to have anything besides kiddie pools as a kid. There we go. Nice. Woo! Oops. I did that back in the day, too. I went down too low and slid off. Oh, yeah. Rusty as hell, huh? Yeah, I'm definitely not in a position to be learning any BLJs. Oh, man. Let's finish this star. Alright, let's see here. Upsa-daisy, and go! How did I miss? Oh man, I used to have that jump down ice cold. Dude, this is turning into a Fine Brothers React video or something. Maybe I should type playthrough in there, or no, normal playthrough or something. Actually, can it take that as a tag? I'd have to change sources on the TV to get my other screen back. Play beginner players. Norm. Nothing. Okay. It is what it is. Yeah, but this gaming mode is pretty good at eliminating the latency that the modern television will introduce to this. Assuming the emulator on the Wii U doesn't do some of that. Oh wait, that's right, you can spin around. You can spin around like this. The... Oh man. Oh, this is embarrassing. But first of all, many years since playing this game on a regular basis. Many years since playing this game on a regular basis. New system, new controller, new setup, and a new TV, new aspect ratio too. Oops, now that was too high. All right, now we gotta start busting out.
Epic fail.
Oh man. I swear I'm not sandbagging just to stay in the level, even though this is my favorite level in the game because it basically is Mario's swimming pool. I could theoretically fire up Endless Ocean, but I'd have to fix a few things. Ah, there we go. Now, like this. There, finally. That's it. I'm not gonna bother with the coin stars just yet.
Here we go!
And we can go. So we just go straight to the Jolly Roger Bay, and now we can go straight to Bowser. Before we do, though. Quick intermission. Get a pillow. Darn it. I don't know how I used to sit in front of TVs for as long as I did as a kid without getting a backache.
In my day, we walked uphill both ways to get to school.
Whatever. Correction, that is actually the Chimpazilla song. I forgot which songs I queued up. The end song is actually going to be that Mario Kart 64 one, that Mario Kart 64 one based on the Rainbow Road theme that we had. OCRemix.org for the music. Hey, you know, while we're at it, now let's go take out Bowser. Let's go take out Bowser. Before we do, though... What's he got in mind? Not crawling around like that. Ah! Controller, darn it. Alrighty. Frick! That was the closest amalgamation of S-Fan flipping out and Mizka flipping out that I'm gonna do tonight. I don't want to, I've been streaming in the middle of the night without the cops getting called on me thus far, and I'd like it to stay that way. So here it is. Hey, we're gonna, the game, that was a short game. We're gonna go get the princess. No, Bowser trick. Of course you saw that happening and then boom. Because I did test the, let's see. And then there's this. I was like, what's this? Bowser in the Dark World. This level used to scare me when I was little. So we're not even gonna get the red coins. Oh, come on. Alright. Let's go try to impersonate the speedrunners. Hell, I probably wouldn't even be able to throw Bowser into the bomb correctly. It's been so long. Yeah. This scared me when I first came through here. I've barely been playing the game. And don't forget, back when this game was new, so were thumbsticks. Nintendo 64 was what broke the ground with thumbsticks back then. Oh, nice save. It does kind of suck having a stick for the camera instead of buttons. The way the camera is designed... for all of this, it, yeah. I was extremely... Yeah, you keep constantly changing your zoom level and stuff like that. That was better as discrete buttons. I gotta see if I can get an N64 to Wiimote adapter. See if any of those are around. But right now, man, supply chains are broken and there's some inflation setting in. Too much money chasing too few goods from all the stimulus unemployment. It's one of the reasons why I sprung for the... Elgato box when I did. That's not what I did back in the day. That's one of the reasons why I sprung for the Elgato box when I did. Because the resellers were jacking it up over $300 for a device that's normally $170, maybe. There's a lot of stuff going on. Trucking costs are going up and other stuff like that. This is where I saw 3D Bowser for the first time. Tough luck, Mario. Your princess is in another castle. A wimp like you won't throw me out of here. Never, ha! See, that was the misdirect too, because holy man. Come on. And of course, if you switch to Mario Cam, you'd be like, oh, I'm getting dizzy. You can always just do this and then aim and was it B? Yeah. Alright, let's just get him into a bomb somehow. It's B, not A. Darn camera stick. Yeah. Lakitu camera, please. Oh, man. See, that was the problem. The Lakitu camera wouldn't give you a good view unless you really messed around with it. Got him! By pure luck, because I threw him the wrong way. Bit careless, not as I had planned. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't drink the Febreze. Do I even want to mess around with Lethal Lava Land? Man, with how horrible I'm doing, do I really want to mess around with Lethal Lava Land or something? Oh, man. Heck, we haven't even been to Womp's Fortress yet. Man. I do have a bit of a handicap because I don't have my muscle memory. Yeah. You know what? Cool mountain. Let's go mess around on the snow mountain. A level that the speedrunners have metaed all over the place. See, I used to actually slide down the mountain the normal way. So, slip sliding away. Let's see. Oops! Well, that was kind of dumb.
Mamma mia!
Speedrunner, I ain't. Alright. Slip sliding away. I think that was where you raced the penguin, right? Oh, I had so much trouble. I had so much trouble racing the penguin in the little house, so let's see if we can just do this. I actually did figure this out without the speedrunners, without needing any help from any speedrunners or anything. So, woo! Just land in a snowbank so you don't take any damage.
Here we go!
Little Penguin lost, so no. I think that was the issue though with slip sliding away. Yeah. Was it this? Oh yeah. I did that so many times back in the day. Like, yay, you get to slide down the mountain. Woo, a snow level. And of course, I wouldn't watch where the camera was pointed, so I just go all the way down until I went off the edge of the mountain. Hey, a free one up. I'm probably gonna need it. Whoops. I forgot there's a section that blows you back in the air, and even then I screwed up. Alright, enough sandbagging. Into the little house, darn it. Oh, man. I thought this game would get easier when you had a real controller and not the N60. Ah! No, the penguin's not here yet. Yeah, oh, this bothered the hell out of me back in the day. Trying to get this right. Quite different, though, with the way TVs are. I fell off of this thing like nothing, and then there's this. Hey, how come it didn't give me any bonus for... Not exactly like those F-Zero levels and stuff. Let's see. Oh, okay, so that... No, there was no little thing you opened. You just walked outside. Nice little introduction to the snow level.
Here we go!
I used to always just do Jolly Roger Bay all the time. How many of... I need my other screen back. Hey, just for fun, that's TV mode. With snow and stuff. There we go. How much latency am I getting because of all this? And how many people are streaming right now? How many other... There have been nights when Mario 64 was bigger than World of Warcraft. Is this one of those nights? S-Fan called it a night. Vindalia, Elder Scrolls Online. Let's say hello to her with that one. Mizkif, 12.3K. Mizkif, 12.3K. Yeah, he's Obviously, S-Fan rated him, but let me go to browse here. Mario 64 is 21.3 thousand. Yeah, so Mario 64, 21,000. World of Warcraft, 28,000. It's another one of those nights where Trials of Mana, 281. I think people are over that remake. I still have it, but it's one of those things where I've been spending way too much time playing Greymore, so... Oh man! Hey, let's stay on the computer screen. Why don't we do let's go get the see if we can. Let's see if I can play on the computer screen. Go get the coin star or the red coin star. Oh no, the wing cap. No, let's save the wing cap. See if we get the coin star from Bowser in the Dark World with the latency that the Elgato box introduces. I have a separate source for this as well. Hey, I thought I beat Bowser. Oh, this is bad. Yep. Just put the controller next to the mic so you can... Let me show you what I'm talking about. Ready? That is latency. Oh, this is gonna suck. Challenge accepted. Challenge failed.
Epic fail.
Oh man. Alright, let's go get that star back there first. See, that's part of the problem, is that I'm prone to get hit by stuff that's happening in-game, but I don't see on the screen yet. So, switch the source.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, sure, blame the TV. There we go. Now, for comparison's sake... Actually, it's not going to show up. You've seen it the whole time. But... Anyways... I'm actually going to compare those after the fact. Yeah, this controller does make it a little bit more complicated. No.
Mamma mia!
Alright, let's get a game over trying to do this. Stop trying to blame the game. Nope, it's an IAK error. Idiot at keyboard. Alright, let's do this a little bit more tenacity. That's not tenacity!
Game over!
Alright, enough's enough. It's been years, man. Hey, at least we got 10 stars out of the deal. Save that red coin star for later. Oh, man. And now I want to get something that'll allow me to use my N64 controllers with a Wiimote. It's got to be on Amazon somewhere. Let's see here. Alright, let's do some... These are a little easier. This reminds me of that Ret Super Mario dies at the end. Hey, let's get the coin star here to kind of make myself feel better about doing so badly. That's right, there is no... sweet. 2. Don't worry about the yellow coins, just the red coins. 3, 4. 6. Ah! Missed! Let's get the... About to miss the wing cap, too! Boom! You've stepped on the wing cap switch. You can soar through the sky. Here's where it really got fun. Yep. Alright. Couldn't even get the red coin star there, too. Oh, we can always go back. At least it's not giving you the tutorial again. This was kind of a warm-up for Pilot Wings 64 for me. Which, by the way, is a game that I still haven't beat. That was another rental.
Epic fail.
Try number 3. such a nostalgia time. Who needs speed running? You can derive plenty of entertainment from seeing if the old man still got it. 3-4.
Epic fail.
Yeah. Let's do something that I know I should be able to do. The secret aquarium. Hey, this... Nostalgia tour, baby. I just gotta see what happens with the copyright thing. Oh yeah, this is much easier. Oh yeah, and the last four were down on the bottom. See, this is a level that I would like to do spend a lot more time in, but there is nowhere to catch your breath. So you have to strategically pick up coins. So this is probably the closest thing that Mario 64 had to a timed level, because there is nowhere to actually to catch your breath in this level. The secret aquarium. Okay, I can get that one at least. Yep, see? Nice secret aquarium. Hey, let's get all the coins, just for the heck of it. Let's get all the coins in the level before we get the star. Just to say we did. And one more. There's also this little loop down here as well. I don't think this level had a coin star. Didn't even have 100 coins to get. There we go. Verify there are no other coins. No, of course not. It's a special level. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does this real? No, there's no way. Not a chance. Not on a secret level like this. Oh, man. I never really understood what the B button when swimming was supposed to be for, like grabbing something. You can't punch underwater. Then again, I shouldn't really question... Oh, there we go. I shouldn't really question underwater stuff in video games anyways. I mean, World of Warcraft, you can have fire mages throw fireballs underwater. No, I don't think that. I think that's it. 56 coins, no other hidden coins anywhere. Nope, let's get the star and get out of here. At least I can say 100% cleared this level.
Here we go!
One of the castle's secret stars. 11 stars. Speaking of secret stars, let's go up to the slide. The speedrunners never come here. Exclusive content. See, that's the interesting part, because you have the whole thing with everybody's stuck inside the castle walls. I wonder how much of that was a cover for the technical limitations of the N64. You know, what board meeting or what corporate meeting were they in when they were like, well, we gotta do a 3D Mario, how do we do that? Have everyone stuck in the walls. Because what was it, a 90 megahertz, a 94, I think, megahertz processor at the time. I was impressed. I mean, we're talking Pentium 100s coming out at the time, and Power Max with like 66 megahertz. To find out there was a 90-something megahertz processor in a video game console, something really, I was like, whoa, that's different. All right, let's get the slide star. If I can pick the right window. Man, which one was it? I thought it was the one in the middle. Nope. Shows how little I come to this thing. Oh, let's get that. I don't know if there was a coin star in this level. 32 coins already. There's 120 total in the game, so if we get stuck at 119, we'll come back here and try and get all the coins. Oh man, it is so different. I think the big thing is, though, is that I'm sitting right in front of the TV. On my little 13-inch when I was growing up, I was across the room. Could put a chair in front of it, though. If you overshoot your target, you get a 1-up. Still, though, despite the limitations of the N64, the simplicity of everything makes for some really fun gameplay as sunrise approaches on the East Coast. All right. You know what? Let's go to Whomp's Fortress at least once. 12 stars and just now you're going to Whomp's Fortress? So, where were the areas where... Wasn't Toad in here or something? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, punch Toad. Now tell me something, buddy. Cap switches, blah, 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 blah. We should go get the metal cap and finish off the Jolly Roger Bay before calling it with the stream. Chip off Whomp's block. Can't move the camera any further. The buzz will sound. This is the Lackey 2 Brothers signing off. So this is technically the end of the tutorial here. So, let's see. Yep. The tree is a sprite. It always looks the same no matter where the angle is coming from. We didn't know any of this stuff back in the day. Hey, there we go. This is where the guy with the emulator was having the problems. Let's play Mario. Classic Retsupre. Oh, that was dumb. Alright, go back to sleep. There. In your face, buddy. Alright, let's try a little stunt here. Let's see here. Oops. Woof, woof. Oh, man. You know what? Heck with it. Heck with Whomp. Nope, not quite. It's over here. If you're gonna pull that trick, you gotta be over here. Ah, and you gotta get both jumps off. And you gotta get the trajectory right. Yeah, so like that, but closer. Skycam, as usual, is the solution to everything. Let's see, here, and... I think I might have tried this when I've only seen a few people pull this off. And, of course, they're speedrunners. Oh, man. This is the part, you know, where if I was doing something like this in my room when I was little, my stepmother would hear me laughing outside. She'd come barging in and be like, play it right. No silliness. Why can't you just play the game the normal way? You always gotta mess with everything. You can't just play the game the regular way. You always gotta mess with everything. Oh, what the? Come on, I can't even tippy-toe anymore. Oh, that rusty at this, indeed. I gotta get my N64. I gotta get an adapter that lets me use my N64 controllers with this thing. Gotta get the original controller back, even though it sucked. Muscle memory, baby. Or just wait a while, because the N64 version of it will have some stuff very shortly. Oh, that is pathetic. Totally pathetic.
Epic fail.
Welcome to Jay's Nostalgia Tour. Yep. Well, if Mizkif wants an easy way to not pay out another $100 in his little bet that he's got going, I can think of just the person to challenge him. I'd be the comic relief of the night, especially playing this on Wii U. There's not a chance at all that I would win that any kind of speed run, even if I was an ace speedrunner. Not a chance, because a lot of the glitches that you need for 16 stars are not a thing in this version of the game. I think they were patched out in some of these later versions. I saw it in the Wikipedia article. Oh man! Oh, that is terrible. Painful. The alley-oop jumps come in handy for something like this, though. Boss AI was never this game's strong point. Now that's more in line with the way I used to play this game. Maybe there's hope for me.
Here we go!
Okay. Let's unlock. Let's go down to the Hazy. Let's go down to Hazy Maze Cave. Let's go to HMC. Let's see here. Oh, we got the booze. Oh man, I used to enjoy coming out to this courtyard before the ghosts spawn, because coming out here is kind of cool. So, big booze haunt and everything. Of course, if you don't look at the booze, they won't chase you. How come I can't use my camera? Camera limitations. Was this in the original version of it? Yeah, but still, you know, just going outside and hearing birds chirping was a new thing in these games back then. Alright. Not interested in Big Boo's Haunt just yet. But let's unlock down here. I think the clipping through the wall trick that people do with the rabbits is fixed in this version of the game as well. Oh, man. 13 stars. More rookie tricks. This is where I used to mess... I used to mess with the game on purpose, just by... I do this on purpose. Alright. Lethal Lava Land. Of course, the red coins are pretty easy. That's not how to do that trick.
Mamma mia!
Oh, man. Boyle the Big Bully. I never actually did that trick. Let's see here. I never actually did that trick to, you know, like this. That's something I saw the speedrunners do. So, let's see. 1, 2... Let's get the red coins, because this one's pretty easy. If you don't do that. Oh, man. At least it gave you some bonus coins, though, for that sort of thing.
Here we go!
See, this is the thing, though. Once you got to this part of the game, this is where the levels started to not resemble as much places you could visit, and be more like traditional Mario levels. And by the time the Rainbow Ride came around, I was wondering if Nintendo just ran out of space on the cartridge. Where was the Big Bully? Bully the bullies. I think I went to the wrong place. I went to the wrong place when fighting these guys the first time. So, woohoo! This is not how you do it, man. You gotta get ready for your BLJs. I'd rather have BLTs than BLJs. That's the big bully. That's right. Easy peasy. See, I did this wrong when I came through the first time. Yeah, and those falling platforms used to scare me too.
Here we go!
Yeah, I came through and I did that. I went to Bully the Bullies instead of Boil the Big Bully. I went to the other one by mistake. Let's get the metal cap. Hazy Maze Cave. Can't even remember how you got to that. The Hazy Maze Cave was always interesting because it seemed very contrived. I mean, it's got a bottomless pit. It has what looks like a mine. It has an underground lake. Yay! 16 stars.
Here we go!
So, let's see here. Yeah, it has a work elevator, it has a part that looks like a mine, it has a part that looks like a cave, and it has a map like you are here. So, let's see here. What was where down here? That part, oh, handled that part like a champ. There's, of course, that star up in the corner, which is just a few wall jumps away. If you can get it right. Nope. Oh, man. Try again, old man. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute, that's right. So together, we have to get to the other side. Where's the dinosaur? That's right. Looks like a giant stuffed animal. See, underground lake, a dinosaur? This level never made much sense. See, that's where you start seeing the difference here. Skip that star for now. Earlier in the game, these levels felt more like places you could go to, like Jolly Roger Bay and stuff, and then it starts getting a little more contrived, like, yeah, these are made to be levels in a video game. That's what you start seeing when you get to this part. So, let's see, how did this guy work again? Oh, come on! Alright, that's where I jump off to get the star. Doesn't he swim around to the other door so I can go to the door? Or do we have to come back after getting that star, and then he'll swim in a different pattern? It's been that long. Decades, actually. Yeah, it looks like he's just going in circles. Alright, we'll get the star then. Whatever, man. We'll come back for star number 2. Just want to get the metal cap. Whoops!
Press start to play. Okie dokie.
Well, let's get back into the castle then. The rabbit's probably out now.
Yeah. Yahoo!
I think the clip through the wall trick has actually been fixed. Yeah, I mean, if... Let's see. There's the rabbit! Oh man, when I first had to deal with this rabbit, it was... I kept crashing into walls and everything. I was like, is there any kind of rhyme or reason to the way this guy travels? Ah, missed. All these kinds of leaps of faith that you had to do. Oh, come on. At least I'm hitting the right buttons and not crashing into the torches. It was a different world as, Whoa! What was the trick to this? Oh, come on, I had him! I know I had to dive into him to pick him up, so it was a matter of just guessing where he was going to go. Like that, except actually hitting him. Didn't this guy have multiple stars at one point? Yeah, let's see here. This is basically me reliving my initial experience chasing this thing. Was it easier with the Mario cam? I don't think so. Yeah, you had more... Yeah, no. Actually, I think I might have tried it with the low Mario cam. This is probably the one time when it actually made sense to use. Except I am ridiculously out of practice. Yeah, see, I should have had him there. Yeah, I don't think you could jump into the back of him. I think you had to catch him when he was turning the corner. Got him! Or something like that. I think the MIPS thing was actually... Yeah, so I think the MIPS thing was actually fixed. So I don't think you can do that in this game. Yeah, the clipping through the wall, that's, yeah, the clipping through the wall trick. Let's go back to Lakitu Cam. Come on. I think the clipping through the wall trick was actually fixed. Ah! So I don't know if it's even doable in the Wii U version. Okay, let's get the star. Where did this... Mario Cam. It helped when chasing this thing, and it'll help getting that star. Yeah, that's one of the glitches. What the? I think I lost the star. No. No, I caught him over here, so the star should be over here.
Here we go!
Back in the day, 77 degrees. I'm surprised it hasn't hit 80 yet. Alright, it's enough of that. Obviously not a speed run. Back to Hazy Maze. Oh, the rabbit's still there. Yeah, I think that trick was actually fixed. You'd have to go back to the original N64 version to get that glitch to work again.
Go.
Elevate for 8 red coins. Not interested. I want to get down to the lake. We want the metal cap and we want to finish off Jolly Roger Bay. So there is an element of me wanting to do a short stream of this when first getting back into this game. Because your brain processes new information when you're asleep. So I'm actually legit curious if playing this game badly will translate into me being a little better with this controller the following day. So I also have an order en route. I also have an order on the way for a conversion box. Let me do N64 to HDMI. That's definitely going to be a plus whenever I get that. Hi, dinosaur. We used to. I don't know if I was the only one that thought this, but I thought this guy was kind of like a crappy replacement for Yoshi, until I found Yoshi in the end. Alright, so don't ground pound. I want to go around to the end. What's his path now? No, actually. I think that was kind of some secret thing. Alright, no. Just get on his back the normal way. I think the way it worked was he went around... Oh, he could have probably gotten it without the star then. He swims around the normal way, and then when you're near where you want to get off, you ground pound, and then hop on his head, and he drops you off. Okay. Okay. Start swimming again. Alright, let's enjoy the ride. No, I can't make merry-go-round jokes. The haunted house level actually does have a merry-go-round. No, I don't. See, when I first saw this dinosaur, I thought he could actually hurt you. Alright, so if we get over here, will he spin us around and take us to... Nope. Oh, wait a minute, yes! Alright, let's get the metal cap. Sweet! I don't know, was this the only part in the game where there were Shy Guys? No. We gotta get to the switch. It's a lot harder if you don't get it. Ah! First metal cap in years. Alright, we gotta get this right now, because we lost it. Let's see here. Oh, there's red coins down here. No, get some momentum. There we go. So we have the metal cap, and now we can finish the Jolly Roger Bay. Except for the coin star. And while we're at it, we can actually pick up a secret star from here. Oops! Metal Mario! So that's 6 of them. Do we need to get the others? No, there's more over here. And of course the star's in the water. So to get the secret star, we just go around here.
Here we go!
Sweet! And that counts as finishing off the Hazy Maze Cave. Now we can finish off the Jolly Roger Bay. Through the jet stream. After this, all we'll have left is the coin star. Let's go for a walk underwater.
Here we go!
I think there was another, there was another metal cap that we had to put on in order to jump into the water and make it all the way there. I think it was that one.
Here we go!
Roar. Yep, this is it. Get all the way down to the bottom. It's the only way to actually go through that jet stream thing. This is basically the invincibility in this game. Ah, I missed it. Still rusty as all heck. Plus the controller's different. Although the Wii U Pro controller is pretty decent. This game has to be on the Switch. And again, if Nintendo comes out with a... Let's see here. If Nintendo comes out with an HD remake of this on the Switch, that's my system seller. That's my reason to get a Switch. Finally transfer the Wii U account over.
Here we go!
Or link it over or something. They had to have done something similar. Nope. Yeah, let's travel this direction this time. As we try to sink down to the bottom. See if we can hit the star on the way down this time. Got it.
Here we go!
You know, I actually tried, before I knew about the metal cap, I actually tried to swim and I mashed the button to try and get down there, and it's like, no, there's gotta be something else. That's a nice 20 stars. Jolly Roger Bay only has the coin star left. Let's go to Big Boo's haunt. Actually, no. How close are we to unlocking the Dire docks? $30 stars. I actually isolated that sound. I isolated that sound and made it into a ringtone on my phone. Very easy to do. Let's see if I can do some of the shortcuts in Shifting Sands Land. Some of these I knew even before seeing what the speedrunners were doing.
Go!
Alright, ready? Well, not that, obviously. What it was this little jumpy box here. Because you were immune to the quicksand until after jump number 3. Well, that sure didn't work. Well, guess not. Not even close. As I figured.
Go!
And again, this is the part where my stepmother would be like, play it right! Half the problem is that I'm just not used to this game's physics anymore. Hey, look, it's Pokey! Mario 2 reference. There we go! That's one way to get a shortcut. Ah, nuts! Alright, plan B. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Mario 64 version of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Epic fail.
Oh, man. Can we get any stars whatsoever? I mean, I've been watching people blow through these levels for the past couple of days. there's a difference between watching other people play it and trying it yourself. Well, here's the thing. This is one of the things where, when I'm trying to... This is one of the issues, though. When I'm trying to tell people about why Twitch... Oops. When I'm trying to tell people about why Twitch is a thing... You have to jump to that pillar, darn it.
Mamma mia!
When I'm trying to tell people why Twitch is a thing, and I'm trying to explain why it's anything at all, people are usually like, well, what's the point? Why would you watch other people play video games when you can just play it yourself? Very easily. I think that's what I was looking for. And that takes you straight to the other side. And you go right into the quicksand if you're an idiot that hasn't played in many years.
Epic fail.
Anyways, back to the whole discussion about Twitch.
Hegel!
You try to explain how on earth, why do you watch other people play games? You just play it yourself. Easy. Because if other people are better at it than you, that's what I used to do when I was growing up. If other people are better at it than you didn't do stuff like that. You know, a lot of times people that play these games for hours and hours every single day are just going to blow you out of the water no matter what. So it's entertaining to watch them blast through everything. It's basically a live answer to the tool-assisted speedruns. I mean, why would anybody care about a tool-assisted speedrun? It's a computer basically playing the game better than any human could. And it's just like kind of a nice little artistic rendition of what could be. Nope. So I think this is why you had to jump. No.
Game over! Okie dokie!
Why don't we try Big Boo's Haunt, just for the heck of it? Woohoo! Wah!
Yeah!
Or we can go drain the water. Go drain the water from the moat. And that's the thing. As part of the whole, you know, hanging out inside the video game world thing that I did when I was little, I would actually have save files on the cartridge where I would save at various key points. So I had one from where before the water was drained. Where was that? So I would have a section from before the water was drained. Let's see. Nope. It looked like you were going to a room full of pipes. What do I need, a map? I think it was this one. Yep. There it is. A shortcut to the downstairs. So I would often have an area. Oh, it was ground pounding pillars. I would often have a save where I would still have the full moat. Hey, let's read the sign. You know, we're being such a rookie again, like we never ever played the game. Might as well. It is decreed that one shall pound the pillars. Imagine if there was like a... Well, it couldn't be, but imagine if there was a hard mode where none of those rookie signs were there. Yay! And I was like, what's through here? Oh, I drained the moat! And there, of course, was a secret star down here as well. Yeah, here we go. The moat is drained now. Oh yeah, the vanish cap. Yeah, that's what this was. And of course, there is a secret star with the red coins here, but I'm just gonna get the switch. It's a humongous slide. And the camera, of course, took forever to catch up. Yeah, I'm not going for that. The physics are a little wonky by today's standards. And then there's that. Fortunately, as a secret stage, it doesn't count if you lose. Let's get the Vanish Cap. Finish everything off. I think you needed that in Big Boo's Haunt. Alright, where's the next? We'll do this the tenacious way. So we can at least finish the darn thing. Okay, so we have our Vanish Caps now. We can always come back for the Coin Star later. In the road to 120. It's just kind of different without the star, or without the moat. I didn't really like when the moat was drained, so I'd always have a save game on my cartridge that would have before the moat was drained. Actually, that might be part of the road to 100%. Start over, do a run, and go as far as we can, get all the stars that we can, without draining the moat. That was always one of my save games. Let's do one more star from Whomp's Fortress and then call it. It's 5:30 in the morning, and it's time to... I got some stuff I got to do offline as well. Specifically related to a system with the 9-to-5ers that doesn't seem to be working during the off hours. To the top of the fortress. Still no owl. I think that's next go round, obviously. Whoops. I used to always play this with a sky cam, so I could plant the jumps a lot better. Darn it! Good stuff. So it is a very different experience. It is a very different experience. The television technology is different. Let's see, we switch back to everything now. It is a different experience. The television technology is different. The screen sizes are different. You have to worry about input latency and other stuff like that. But it's definitely... It's cool to just see, you know, how rusty you can get at these games sometimes. Or a little bit on the disturbing side. But definitely something else altogether. So, that is my crash course back into Mario 64. I know it's hard to believe. But there once was a time when I had that whole game down ice cold, and I spent hours playing it every single night. But, you know, when decades pass and technology changes and you got to get used to a different controller, that's when you start to realize, you know what? Yeah, things have changed. It was good, though, to take the Elgato box for a spin tonight, and definitely I could use it to bypass some of the complexity in my setup. All of my old consoles can now go through, if I convert them to HDMI, they could go through the Elgato box, not have to worry about how many HDMIs are on my AV receiver. It might be something that I do at some point later on. For now, though, I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Thanks to everybody that tuned in, and the VOD folks, thanks for watching. Those of you that actually watch Twitch stuff after the fact. I'm going to take this and I'm going to see how the YouTube Content ID system handles it. See if YouTube has gotten a little bit out of the Stone Age lately with how they treat Nintendo Nintendo and how they treat their own stuff. So it is hot in here, man. I can't wait for this humidity to break. Next go around, it'll probably be more permanent, and we'll want to put the air conditioner in. But anyways, social media, combined feed, even though it's a mess right now. Twitch clips, YouTube videos, articles, things like that. Twitter.com/multimediaj. YouTube for my edited stuff, including Twitch crossover content and highlights. YouTube.com/multimediaj. What did I do by getting into this stuff? Till next time, this is Multimedia J signing off. Thanks for stopping by. OCRemix.org for the music. Our outro is going to be that track from Mario Kart. Matter of fact, let's open it up. What was that again? It was from Mario Kart 64. What was that track again? I'm so used to all this RPG music. Day's End by Soul Signal and Tweaks. OCRemix.org.